In general, the health effects and the health benefits of eating organic foods, if we look for broad trends, it becomes a little more difficult. So there's some challenge to that. So if you try to research this online and strictly are looking for like organic benefits, you'll find differing studies that have come to different conclusions on this point. But there are a few things that aren't really in question. So what we see generally across the board that's in the scientific literature on this area is that the organic crops, the organic produce, is higher in secondary nutrients that are key to your immune system functionality and longevity, things that are lacking in the conventional counterparts. What you also see is that the organics contain higher levels of more flavonoids, there's more antioxidants, higher levels of things like vitamin C and magnesium, and the reason for this is kind of understandable. The organics are in more of that predator-prey system when they're grown. And so as a result, there has to be more nutrients available to the fruit or to the vegetable to defend itself from attack. So in a way, the conventional crop is kind of pampered. And by way of pampering, it actually ends up with lower nutrient densities than what is found in the organics. And sometimes people think that, oh, well, there's a taste difference that they can find out of that also. People think that with like tomatoes all the time. So there's some people go after it for that reason, but a lot of the time there's just that higher nutrient density as a result, which means that you are getting more of those nutrients in your body. So that's a general benefit to the consumer that's eating organic crops. Another one is you don't want to look only at the consumer but also at the producer of whatever food we're talking about. And so if we are thinking also of the welfare of the farmers are the ones that are actually out there that in the conventional system spraying the pesticides or being exposed to the pesticides by walking through the fields after they've been applied. And there's a lot of impacts that can come from different pesticides. I mean, obviously the different pesticides are different chemicals, so they're not all going to have the same effect. But frequently you find things like increased heart rate, difficulty breathing, sometimes seizures are caused by this. Chronic exposure, a study in 2009 found that it can lead to developmental problems in your children, decreased fertility rates. The National Cancer Institute has said that it's the farming is one of the most consistent risk indicators for having a cancer risk that they've found, which is associated with continuing to use the synthetic pesticides and spray the synthetic pesticides on the crops. And so what we are trying to what we try to avoid, I mean, by going to the organic production, by going to farmers that are using organic methods, is that we're really finding farmers that are doing it in a way that's healthier for themselves and for the people that they're serving, and also in our own small way trying to influence the economy that is producing that type of product.